You step outside, cause he no longer wants you in the store. You step outside, cause he no longer wants you in the store.
Investigation.
Yes.
We found a Dollar General. Alright, Dollar General, school supplies. I hear it's a good deal. We're gonna go find out. And we got a penny list. It's quite small, but there is some exciting penny list news, clearance news anyway. Janet says these David Churera, or however you say it, is also counting towards the school. 5 off 15 digital coupon. These little chalkboards are so cute. Some of this stuff is really cute. Plus it's clearance. Nice and
Ma'am, are you video recording?
huh?
Are you video recording?
No.
Recording?
Huh?
Are you video recording?
No. I have to walk you through this story just a little bit for it to make sense. I didn't know anything was going to happen, obviously, so I wasn't recording every second, and I was running out of storage space on my phone, so that's why it took me so long to get the video up, because I had to transfer the video from his phone to my phone. Anyway, when I walked in the Dollar General store, I noticed the cashier had a line full of people, and over to the other side of the store, there was a man who had like a lot of stuff in his buggy, which is always like a red flag to me. I always like check those people out to see if they're couponing or even penny shopping, like what they're doing. But he was moving really fast, and I did notice that, and I thought that was really odd. So this man had on a tie-dye shirt, basketball shorts, and sandals. I had no idea at this point that he worked at Dollar General. I went to a lot of Dollar General stores in my life. All the Dollar General employees that I've ever seen, I guess, were wearing Dollar General uniform. If they weren't wearing uniform, I probably didn't realize they worked at Dollar General. This guy didn't have on a name tag or anything. So as you heard, he asked me, was I video recording? I said no. I don't know why he didn't introduce himself to me and then ask me, was I video recording? Maybe he just assumed that I assumed he worked there. I don't know. At the cash register, had a very long line of people. When the guy was asking me, was I video recording? He said it very loud. I don't know if maybe it felt louder than it was, but I'm not easily embarrassed. I felt like everybody looked at me, and it kind of embarrassed me, and I went back to the back of the store and just to kind of get away from this man. I did find a huge clearance section, and I did record after that just a small clip. I'll show you that clip. And then I started using DG Go. The clearance section was a wreck, and I was just scanning prices to see if I could find any penny items. I look up, and this guy is like looking at me through the aisles. I asked him, was there a problem? He asked me what I was doing, and I told him I was using DG Go and recording again because he was talking to me again. And at this point, it wasn't clear if he worked at Dollar General or not. Didn't know if I should be like scared or not, or what was going on. So I started recording, and here's what he said. Notice in this clip, you can hear that I'm saying that I was using DG Go.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
That's perfectly fine, as long as I don't see a red light on the bottom of your camera.
What's your name?
I'm sorry?
What's your name?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
When I had to ask you to leave.
Why?
Because police are on their way, just to let you know.
Okay. I realize now that maybe I should have left the store, but I didn't at the time. I just stayed there and waited for the police to come. I wasn't doing anything wrong. Why would I like run away, I guess? So anyway, at some point I ask him if he works there, why isn't he wearing a uniform? And he tells me he doesn't have to wear a uniform because he's the manager, which is really interesting. And I didn't say anything else to him. I just stayed in the store, minding my own business, looked around. I really wasn't looking for anything to purchase, just waiting on the cops to get there. And I started calling the Dollar General corporate office. I was waiting. I was on hold for Dollar General corporate office probably about 10 minutes. The police show up. Dollar General corporate says hello, of course, all at the same time. The only thing that I had in my cart was that little chalkboard that I showed you from outside the store earlier in the video. When the police police come, they were like, let's go outside. And I was just pushing my buggy outside. I had that little chalkboard still in my cart. Also, if you guys remember when we went to Family Dollar right before I went on vacation, I set the beepers off at Family Dollar. I'll show you a clip of that just so you know that I'm telling the truth. Because I didn't catch that part. Hey. We won't give her a go. So when I went outside the Dollar General store, of course, with the police, the beepers went off like I was shoplifting or something. They were like, hey, you can't take the chalkboard either. And I said, well, it was outside to begin with. And then the kids were with me because we were headed to the beach. And this is a city like right before the beach. There was a little store that said it was a game store right next door. So they said that they were going to go to the game store. I called Jason, by the way, before I called the corporate office and said, hey, there was this man. He was yelling at me. He called the police on me, he said. I'm waiting on the police to get here. So Jason was out in the parking lot. Later we discovered it was the manager of the store who apparently we had parked beside, and he had ran out and put something in his car apparently after he called the police and ran back in. Or at least Jason said he seen him hide something in his car, put something in his car. I don't know if that's true. It's weird for somebody to call the police and run out to their car and then run back in the store. I don't know what he would have hidden or put in his car, but that's just a weird part of the story, I guess. When the police get there, I look over, Jason's like frantically kind of coming to me and telling me, don't let them search my purse. Don't let them run my name, because they were asking me for my social security number and my birth date. I have to cut out some of the video so you don't hear my personal information, but I'm going to show you the video of when the cops got there. It was a little hectic. Jason was kind of talking the whole time. I just was telling him to keep recording.
Investigation?
Yes.
Stand right here and record. You don't have to give them none of that.
No, it's fine. They can run my name. I don't care. 304. Recording.
I am.
Don't record the social going in.
Yeah, well, I can.
Are you gonna have-
General's still on the phone.
Just because we're standing out there smoking?
He literally freaked out because I asked him his name.
The way this works is we get called out here for whatever reason.
Right.
We try to talk to the person who calls us first.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So in this situation, we came in contact with the manager of the Dollar General.
Right.
He stated that he asked you. Well, he said he saw y'all in the parking lot, looked like y'all recorded a lot of stuff.
See?
He came in. You were in here recording things, and he just felt uncomfortable, I guess, or things felt suspicious for him. So
What's he hiding?
That's
What is the
fine.
question?
No,
I'm
that's
just explaining
fine.
everything.
That's fine.
So he said he felt uncomfortable, something
Yeah.
was suspicious was going on, so he said he wanted you to leave. He
Yeah.
said he asked you to leave and you refused to leave.
I
So
didn't
then he
refuse
said he
to leave.
called. This is just what he told me.
Okay.
So then he calls us.
Yeah.
So we get here. That's the story he tells us. We see you. He points you out. So I asked you. We asked every person.
I am.
we
I'm
come
trying
in
to get
contact
him.
with. Now we run their information to make sure that they don't have warrants out for their arrest or anything like that.
God bless that cop. He was so super nice. I don't know. I feel like when they called the police on me, I kind of felt attacked and like I had to defend myself. And so Jason was like running his mouth and I was a little freaked out and it was a little dramatic. Cop said they just had to investigate because the guy said that I refused to leave, and he called the police on me because I refused to leave, and that he felt uncomfortable because I was recording outside, or we were recording outside. Jason wasn't recording anything. Jason doesn't make YouTube videos. He has no reason to record anything. It was just me. I don't know why he said it looked like we recorded a lot of stuff and all that. That's what the manager had told the cops, I guess. It does say in Dollar General's policy that you cannot film in the store. They don't have to let you film in the store. When I first started my YouTube channel and my website, I spoke with Dollar General. They told me as long as the manager doesn't have an issue with me recording in store and I'm not like, getting customers in the store on camera and stuff like that, it would be fine and I wouldn't be getting anybody in trouble. At corporate office, I spoke with them. They didn't have a problem with it as long as the store manager didn't have a problem with it and the customers in the store, obviously. I do kind of have permission to film in the stores that I film in my home stores. I always let them know that I'm filming, and if I'm live, I always go in and tell them, hey, I'm going to come back in the store and I'll be live. You guys know if you watch my videos, and you can go back and watch any of my live or in-store videos, and I bet you can't find another person's face in there because I've gotten really good at making sure nobody else's face gets in the video. I'm really careful about that. I wouldn't want to be on YouTube without my knowledge, so I don't put other people on YouTube without their knowledge, obviously. I always tell you guys to record if you think the situation's going to go bad, but I want to tell you, I'm not a lawyer. You can do research and find out in your state if it's okay if you record people without their knowledge. West Virginia and Virginia, which was the state I was in when this video happened, is a one-party consent state, meaning as long as one person consents to the video, you can record the conversation or you can record whatever's happening. That doesn't mean that you can record in the store as if the store is not okay with it. But anytime I think a situation's going to go bad, I always start recording, even before I had a YouTube channel, just to kind of cover my own ass, I guess. So what happened after this is the Dollar General corporate office had told me that they were going to call me back within 24 hours. Nobody ever called. So I called back the Dollar General corporate office. They said that they were confused about what store this happened at and that somebody would call me back again. Within about an hour, this guy called me back. Whenever I left the store, the police told me unless I got this worked out with the Dollar General corporate office, I wasn't allowed back at that store according to the manager. That upset me. Now, Dollar General has never called me and asked me to advertise for them. It's not like their business is struggling and they need me or anything. But you guys know I love Dollar General. In fact, when I made the negative video about Family Dollar, a lot of people got mad at me and sent me messages and emails and stuff because I never say anything bad about Dollar General. Most of my career here on YouTube, since this is how I make a living, is based on Dollar General, and I don't ever want to say anything bad about Dollar General because I love Dollar General. Really upset that they kicked me out of the store. So when the guy called, at the end of the call, he did tell me I was allowed back at that very specific Dollar General. I didn't want to go back to that Dollar General. Don't really care, but I didn't want to be kicked out of any stores. So that was really important to me. This guy that called me was obviously trained in customer service. I recorded the call, and throughout the call, he's saying he understands how I feel. And he was just really, really nice. After we had ended our conversation, he called me back and asked me to send him the videos that I had at Dollar General with the manager wearing what he was wearing and saying what he said and all of that. So I happily sent them the video. We're all good to go as far as the Dollar General corporate office goes. I felt okay with the way they resolved the situation. I mean, I don't know if the guy got in trouble, written up, fired, if he's told the manager. I have no idea. But I do feel like they cared what had happened and that they're going to change, you know, maybe the way things operate at that store. Hopefully that guy's not treating people like crap anymore. Overall, I'm actually glad that this happened to me. I've been to a lot of Dollar Generals, especially over the last couple of years since I've had my YouTube channel, and I really haven't had that many bad experiences. So I guess I was bound to have a bad experience eventually. Number one, either this manager knew who I was and didn't like me when he seen me in his parking lot, or number two, this manager just makes up the rules as he goes, or I guess a little bit of both. I don't really know. I know for a fact that it says in the Dollar General Employee Handbook that they have to wear a black shirt and black pants or jeans and a name tag. The guy literally was wearing a tie-dye shirt, basketball shorts, and sandals. No, right off the bat, he doesn't follow the rules. Probably just makes up the rules as he goes. Also, while I was in the store, I heard him tell the cashier, like, I guess somebody was trying to use a coupon on a sale item, and he said, no, you can't use a coupon on a sale item. He was probably just treating customers like crap, especially ones that use coupons and those who penny shop. I guess I'm glad this happened to me because it was, you know, brought to the corporate office's attention. From corporate asked me to send him the videos that I had. I sent him the video where the manager said he was calling the police and all of that. Hopefully, I guess he got in trouble. Don't want him treating people like he treated me because it was really embarrassing and uncalled for when he could have just told me that he was the manager of the store and it made him uncomfortable if I filmed in the store. I would have been completely okay with that. So there's the story, guys. That's why they called the cops on me. Sorry you had to wait so long for it. If you guys didn't see, I do have the Dollar General penny list video up for this week. Some really good items on there. I'll link it below for you and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. If you guys had any really bad experiences at Dollar General, let us know in the comments of this video.